What is up, bros and barettes? I am Inkslasher, and today we're doing something we haven't done for a very long time. And that would be top 5, or in this case, top 10 emblems. Now, I'm not 100% sure how often I'm going to be doing these videos. I would also like to do top 5 or top 10 paint jobs, but like I said, I'm not sure how often I'm going to do these. It kind of depends on how many views this video gets, how many likes it gets. So if you enjoy this type of video, want to see more, the way to show me is by hitting that like button and make sure you tell your friends about it. Now, as far as if you would like to submit your paint jobs or emblems for future videos, the way to do so is get a high resolution screenshot and send it to me over on Twitter. My Twitter link is down in the description, or you can just tweet it at Inkslasher. And as long as it's a high resolution screenshot and you are the actual person that made the emblem or paint job, you will be entered for a chance to be in that next video. So as I mentioned, you can do this with either emblems or paint jobs. I should be doing both videos, but like I said, we'll have to see how well this video does to see how often I make these videos. So for those of you wondering why I'm doing top 10 instead of top 5 emblems, the reason is, in the past, a lot of people who have submit emblems are really damn good at it, and it doesn't give a lot of people a chance to get themselves featured. So by adding in more emblems or more paint jobs, it makes it so more people can get featured and more people can be seen. So without further ado, let's hop into it and look at this episode's top 10 emblems. Coming in at number 10, we have one sent in by I Am Nandin, and this one is the 100 Thieves logo. Now, if you don't know who the 100 Thieves are, they are the esports team started off by Nadeshot, and this one honestly is pretty simple. He found something he liked, which was the 100 Thieves logo, and created an emblem out of it. Pretty simple, but looks pretty clean and pretty good in my opinion. Another thing I like about this one is Call of Duty often implements esports teams logos as something you can buy for an emblem. But what Nandin did here is he created his own emblem of a logo that he liked, and now if they introduce that, he doesn't have to pay for it. Up next, coming in at number 9, we've got one sent in by Ninja Source 87 over on Twitter, and this one's getting a little more artsy, a little more abstract, but I liked it. So basically, all this is a question mark that he made look cool with a bunch of different textures, and like I said, it's just a little bit artsy. Now, as far as the reason why I chose this one and why I like this one is, it just goes to show that you don't need to make a character or take a logo. You can just make something randomly that actually looks pretty good, and that's why I liked this one. Up next, coming in at number 8, we've got one sent in by iKing21 over on YouTube. And this one is, of course, Jack Skellington. Now, Jack Skellington is from The Nightmare Before Christmas, the Disney movie. If you guys don't know who this is, you might even just recognize the face as a pop culture icon. Now, the reason why I chose this one is, first of all, the time of the year. We're getting up close to Halloween, so this one just really fits with this time of year. And on top of that, I was just really impressed with how well this one was done. It was perfectly executed. All of the edges are crisp, clean. When you look at this emblem, you know what it is right away. You don't have to ask any questions, and that's why I was impressed with this one. iKing21 actually submitted a bunch of emblems, but like I said, the reason why I chose this one is because it really fit with the time of the year. After this, at number 7, we have one sent in by Mr. Muzzy on YouTube, and this one, I believe his name is Toby from Naruto. I could butcher that, it might be wrong. If I'm being honest with you, I've never really watched Naruto. I hate to say it, I'm probably going to get some dislikes because of it. It's definitely something I've been negating for a long time, but if I'm being honest, I was more of a Dragon Ball Z kid growing up than a Naruto kid, but this maybe is a show that I gotta get into and watch. Anyway, though, this one, like I said, submitted by Mr. Muzzy. This is the original image that he sent me. He said, I tried to recreate this, and then when we go ahead and actually look at the emblem, very clearly he did a very good job of recreating it. Even the shadows in the kind of cape behind the head there, I think is incredibly well done. So, Mr. Muzzy, well done on this one. After this, at number 6, we have one sent in by Vileself over on YouTube, and of course, we know this guy. He sent in a lot of emblems and a lot of paint jobs before, but here we have Angry Nicolas Cage, aka Ghost Rider. Now, honestly, this Ghost Rider actually looks more like he's from the comics than the actual movie. The reason why I say that, you can see the spikes kind of around the leather jacket that the Ghost Rider has there. Those are generally speaking in the comic books, whereas in the movies, Nicolas Cage just wears a leather jacket, no spikes or anything like that. Now, all in all, I think this one is pretty incredibly done. The best part of it, in my opinion, is the skull. The shading around the jaw and even the cranium of the actual skull looks really well done. The fire coming off of it and the leather jacket all works really well together. I was really impressed with it. So, Vileself, well done, my man. Coming in at number 5, we have officially reached the halfway point. This one is sent in by my friend the Lucario Project, and this one is super interesting. So this one we have 2 Pokemon, of course. We have Espeon and Umbreon, 2 evolutions of Eevee. Now, the reason why I like this one so much is because it's one thing to create an emblem out of one Pokemon, choosing like Pikachu, Bulbasaur, but to combine 2 together, I think it's just a really, really good idea. And on top of that, it's cool because you get to see kind of like the light side or dark side of what you can turn Eevee into. So personally, I really like this one, and I think if you're a Pokemon fan, you will enjoy this one as well. Now, coming in at number 4, this is where these get really, really difficult to choose which one is better. So if you have a personal favorite, feel free to let me know which emblem is your favorite down in the comments. But coming in at number 4 today, we have one sent in by the Russian Bull on YouTube, and God, is this one impressive. So the character that the Russian Bull was trying to recreate here was Michael Myers from Halloween, and this image here is the one that I believe he was trying to recreate, and holy crap did he do a good job. Everything from the scar above the right eye there, the textures on the face, the shading is just so impressively executed. You can't help but think this is absolutely incredible. So the Russian Bull did an awesome job here, and like I said, just compared to that movie promotion that we saw there, almost identical, maybe a little bit more cartoony, but hey, this is an emblem in Call of Duty. Incredibly impressive. Up next, coming in at number 3, we have an emblem created by Babyfoot, another man that we've seen many times on this channel before on top 10 emblems, on top 10 paint jobs, and this one is no exception. Here he created a Spartan emblem, which is just so impressive. When you look at the helmet, you can see all the texture, even on the right side of the helmet. The shading on it to make it look really 3D is so impressive. On top of that, when you look at the Spartan's face, the eye looks really good. The teeth, you can see the individual teeth, and even the texture of the beard looks incredibly, incredibly well done. The amount of detail in this emblem is out of this world, and to me, that's why it deserved the number 3 spot on the list. Up next, at number 2, we have Elusive Dream on Twitter, and she's created this amazing, amazing Seraph emblem. Now, there are so many things that are good about this. First of all, this emblem almost looks like it was created by Treyarch and put into the game, which to begin with is incredibly impressive. On top of that, all of the shading looks incredibly realistic. Even the part of lighting up certain corners of the emblem to make it look more realistic, almost like a photo, is just an amazingly good idea. But really the realism is what got me on this one. The fact that it looks like it's created by Treyarch, it's not made by a third party, is what really impressed me so much on this one. Even the skin tone, and on top of that the shading of the actual face to make it look 3D, is all so impressive, and that is why this one deserved the number 2 spot on the top 10 lists. And then finally, the number 1 spot this week, we have one created by the man, the myth, the legend, N97, and holy crap is this good. So I actually got submitted a lot of Venom emblems, and all of them that were submitted were really good, but this one is just absolutely incredible. Now, when we look at the details of this one, the lighting on the face and tongue itself makes them look 3D. When we look at Venom's mouth, you can literally see strings of saliva hanging from one jaw to the other. The actual teeth themselves look so realistic, and really, that's the thing that really hits the head of the nail, is the realisticness. Looks like N97 took a picture of the promotional items from the movie and just threw it right into the game. Honestly, this emblem was so impressive to me. I think it definitely deserves the number 1 spot. But if you disagree with me and think one of the other emblems is better, feel free to let me know which one was your favorite down in the comment section below. Or if you change up the order, let me know what you think down in the comments. On top of that, guys, if you enjoy this series and want to see more of it, as I mentioned earlier, the way to show me is simply hit that like button and maybe share this videos with your friends. Because, like I said, the more likes, the more views this video gets, the more likely I am to continue this series, to do it more often, and to do some sort of top 10 paint job series as well. And if you're interested in any of the creators in this video, I have linked all of their channels or Twitters down in the description below. Also, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you guys want to submit your emblems or paint jobs for a future video, the way to do so is to submit them to me on Twitter. Send me a tweet at Inkslasher, or you can click the link down in the description. My Twitter is down there as well. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, as I mentioned, it'd be awesome if you could hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and want to stay up to date date on all my videos, the best way to do so is make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications turned on. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, guys, peace out.
Paradigm.